Yay.
So JJ, what are we doing
Awesome.
today?
Okay.
Well, first of all, who are you?
Yeah, hey. Yeah, good question. Hi, I'm JJ, developer advocate for the IBM developer advocate for the IBM Cloud. And I spend a lot of my time doing Kubernetes and OpenShift things and trying to get people to be engaged with the IBM Cloud more often. Who are you?
I am Paul Tchaikovsky, and I'm a developer advocate at VMware, and I do much the same things as JJ. And this is our somewhat weekly stream. We're pretty consistent. This is actually our first one for the new year, so happy 2021, I guess. Yeah, so far so good. What are we doing today, JJ?
Yeah, so normally we have some pretty good organization around this, but this time around we just kind of trying to get the rust off from the break, and I figured if we didn't have anything like pressing, which I don't think we do, I was attempting to get something called Drone working on Kubernetes for a public offering of Drone for my public GitHub over the break. And I couldn't quite seem to land it.
Okay.
I got a personal one running back in a corner on a machine, but I wanted to have a public one so I could rip out all the Travis YAMLs or the GitHub actions and just convert to Drone, because the things I've learned around Drone is pretty solid. Granted, it'll be a little weird doing Docker and Docker for some things, but just the general idea of being able to have a de facto way to run Drone on Kubernetes seems pretty nice.
Yep, for sure. Cool. So I used to use Drone a few years ago, but I am definitely pretty rusty, so it'd be good to see it again and get reacquainted.
Awesome.
Now I'm going to let you drive at least to start, so feel free to share your screen and get your prompts and everything up and running.
And it just lost. Here we go. So this should be looking good now. Okay, so as you see here, I've got our typical tmux box that we always have. And get namespaces. As you see here, I have this drone.io, and I was playing with it 5 days ago. And if you look at, give me a second here, the instructions. Of course, that did not work how I wanted it to. Give me a second. Pull this out, make you go away. And then come over here to drone. So, oops. Drone.io. So if I remember correctly, I actually, oh, I don't, damn. I created the thing called drone.io because my personal one's called drone, so that got confusing really fast. But if you go to drone or docs.drone.io and bring it up here, maybe thinking about it. Here we go. Well, in essence, what you do is you tell Drone, hey, you want to run it on GitHub, GitHub Enterprise, Bitbucket, Gitea, whatever. Create an Oauth token so Drone authenticates against your namespace or whatever. So all the RBAC is actually controlled through GitHub or whatever Git system you decide to use. I think that's really neat because then it takes away some of the complexity. But being that I'm running another Git drone instance behind my firewall on my personal machine, I couldn't actually run this on any of my public GitHub instances because you can't see the logs, right? Like you don't have routes to it. So you need to run something publicly accessible to be able to get all that information. So if somebody puts a PR in against one of my public repos or whatever, if something breaks, they can see what happened. So that's really important to recognize. So I'm going to go ahead and start here with GitHub preparation. If I come over here and go to github.com, JJ Asgar, over here. So first thing I'm going to do is create an OAuth token. So if you come down into settings here and then go to developer settings and then OAuth apps, I should already have one. There we go, drone.io. And as you can see, I have some clients here, but I'm going to move this over to another screen so I don't have to hide anything. And that'll be what we'll use here in a little bit when we create this, all this coming together. The most important part of it is one last time to show you. As you can see, the homepage URL here. I'm doing HTTP right now. I'm not doing HTTPS because if you've watched any of the other streams that we've done, for whatever reason, me and Certs just can't seem to eye to eye for the life of me. So I just want to get this damn fucking thing to work. So we're just going to start with HTTP, and then we'll throw a Cert Manager on top of it eventually.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. So as you can see here, we create a secret, and then we go ahead and pull this down, do some things. But what we're really looking for is how to run the server on Kubernetes. And where, I thought there was a Kubernetes server provider.
Well, that provider looks like the Oauth provider.
Yeah, I swear there was they gave you a deployment.yaml. I swear I found one of these. Where the hell did I find it?
I would probably, like, is there a search window in the docs? There's definitely a Helm chart for it, without a doubt. Yeah. So if the docs don't have something, I would go to Artifact Hub and just search for it there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hang on.
Yeah, here we go. This is chart for installing the drone server.
Let's slow down, because this is not like, this is a random person. So first of all, you want to see if there's one owned by Drone or by someone official.
Nope. These three.
Wow. It's all G. Taylor. All right. That's really surprising that there isn't a
I don't have anything running, so okay.
All right. So right. There are some docs. I just searched for drone Kubernetes, and it came up with like the install instructions for the Kubernetes runner.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet. We need to get just the server up first.
Yeah, but like if there's instructions for the runner, there must be instructions for the.
Yeah, I remember finding, if you go to drone GitHub, was it under, maybe I found it in a chart. Here we go. So it's github.com/drone-charts over here. Helm chart for, so this is the one that I was playing around with. That's right.
Yeah, this is what you want.
It's interesting it's not pushed up to here.
To the Artifact Hub. Yeah, we should create an issue for them at some point. Tell them to do it.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go Helm, or we need to add the Helm chart. Here we go. Helm chart. And then repo update. And it's done. Okay. Oops. Hello, Builded Miscati, I think is how you pronounce it. We don't actually have a Discord. Interesting that you've asked about or tried to find see if we had a Discord or not. There are conversations around us releasing one soon. There's just the logistics of staffing it right now, but I appreciate your interest in seeing if that was to have a longer conversation around this stuff. All right. Wow, this is really slow. Made my computer very angry.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the computer, but it's like monstrously angry. It's moving at a snail's pace.
Yeah. All right. So let's do mkdir drone IO, and then charts. Good God. There we go. And there's the values. So what we can do is go to raw, copy, we get this down and values. All right, so drone, pull, sure, that looks good. You need secrets, don't worry about them for right now. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about cluster IP. So we should change this to load balancer because we want it to be external, right?
Yes.
Port 80 because we're lazy. And I want to do this as, oh, wait, no, the service will be created. I don't need to, oops. Don't need to worry about DNS quite yet because we probably should get the ingress to fix that down the line.
Well, that is, hold on, that's setting the DNS for the ingress. So you definitely do want to set that.
So I do want to set this, well, I want this to be a cluster IP and to have an ingress because I only have so many IPs assigned to this thing, right?
Yeah, that's right. So if you want to access it from outside, you should probably use ingress unless you have a really good reason not to.
Okay.
Yeah, and especially because if you use ingress, you can actually use the IBM provided URL and certificate if you wanted to. Otherwise, you're going to have to create your own and do an A record.
Oh, good point. Good.
So why don't you do that? So get the I can't remember how you do it, but there's a way to get the host name for the ingress.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought of that. That's good. I like that. IBM Cloud. There we go. There we go. So here's the subdomain right there. And the secrets is all the way all up until .us south. Values. So we do drone dot this. And then we can do the secret name of this.
You'll need to copy that secret, remember?
I did. It's the same host, it's just without the thing.
Oh, of course. Sorry, I
Actually-
didn't. I must have missed that. So you copied the secret into the namespace that drone's going to install into.
No, remember it's opaque. It's through everything. We learned that once before. See, there's the secret right there.
Okay. But that secret
We don't-
is in what namespace?
It's everywhere. Right?
No, secrets are namespaced unless IBM specifically recreates that secret.
Everywhere, I think. Yeah. So if I go K
okay.
or K get NS. So if I go to K, let's say like runners or K NS runners. And then I do K get secret. Oh. Okay. Then what did we find that one time?
I don't know, but I know we've a number of times copied that.
Yeah.
It probably puts it in default because that's where you're going to run stuff if you're not really fussy. So I think you just need to copy that to the namespace you're using as well. So if you do a get it -o YAML.
Yep. I'm with you. What? YAML secret YAML. Okay, create NS drone.
Yeah, that's right.
Drone or NS drone. Whoopsie. And then move this off over here because it's a secret, right?
Yeah, I think I can't remember if you need to edit it or if you can just create it and specify a new namespace.
Yeah, it looks like I have to edit the namespace. There we go. Put that there. Move this back over here. And then K 5-F secret. There we go. So K get secret. There we go. It's where we want it to be now.
Perfect.
Okay. Hang on one second. My pump's bitching at me.
No worries.
All right. So then I'll go into values. There's our secret. Though I haven't seen namespace in here. Would you?
What are you looking at?
Inside of the
You don't specify the namespace inside the chart. You specify it on the command line when you do the install.
That's right. My bad.
No worries. All right. So you've got the hosts set up. You've got the secret name set up. You want to change ingress enabled to true.
That's a good point. We shouldn't need any annotations because we're taking the default
Correct.
stuff because,
and then did you change the service type to be node port?
No. I should do node port, right?
Either node port or cluster IP, depending on how it does it. I can't remember which one you need for IBM Cloud.
Yeah, cluster IP sounds right.
All right, we'll go cluster IP, and if it doesn't work, we'll switch.
Yep. Okay. Oh shit! This also means I need to change that this guy.
You need to change the config in GitHub as well. Yeah.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. Over here. Oh, and I can do HTTPS now too. Nice. Once again, you inspiring me to do the right thing. Making me do the right thing.
Sorry.
Update application. All right. And then here we go. This is where all the money is, right? We're going to have to put in the client ID and all that jazz down here.
Yep. Now remember,
let me go ahead and take this off.
Remember what we've done before, where we create a second values file for the actual secrets, and that way you can be editing this values file and not have to keep moving it.
That's right. Okay, values secret.yaml. And then that is down here, which is this one. But it's under something. It's env. Okay, env to this guy. Copy. Oh, fuck you. env. Paste. There we go. All right, well, this is going real quick. Let me just add this over here. Then I'll bring it back so we don't have to worry about it anymore. Yes, I am who I say I am. Copy. Copy. I'm going to put these in quotes. That seems like the right thing to do, right? Those are weird and like letters and shit.
The ID and the secret?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but if there's any special characters and stuff, it just helps ensure they don't get escaped.
Yeah. All right, so I added that. So that's this right here that I added to that values.secret. All of the other stuff is, oh, I need to add the drone RPC secret to this thing. And that is under what, env also? Jesus Christ, come on now.
Wait, what is the RPC secret? Isn't that something drone creates itself?
No, you have to create it. It's actually in the instructions. It's right here, the shared secret. So all the different runners know what to talk to, who to talk to and all that jazz.
Is that the same secret though?
What do you mean?
Where does it? Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. So you can, yeah, go ahead and set that to some kind of hot garbage.
Just about to.
You probably don't need to worry about hiding that one because someone would need to actually be in the cluster to do it.
Yeah, it's fine. Prefer to be safe than sorry, right? All right, bring this back over. One Jan 70. I've been having issues casting the stream. I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean by that. Do you mind putting more information down? I'm curious to know what you mean by casting. All right. And I believe that's all we need.
I reckon that's a good start, and we'll see what it comes up with. The only thing I was going to say is, does it mention anything about what you need to do to ensure you have privileged modes to be able to do the Docker in Docker? Like in the doc, does it say anything about that? It doesn't seem to.
No.
All right, well, let's just go ahead and run it. And if we see something, then we'll figure our way through privilege mode.
Oh, the equals, or no, I want to do values.yaml. Oh my God, JJ, I learned how to spell.
You should be able to tab complete it.
Oh. Do I need to do another values or can I do as a list?
Yeah, you do two values. In general, with Go-based CLIs, if you're providing a list, you just provide the option twice. Well, that was quick. So I would now probably do a watch get pods, and that way you can.
Thank you, Thunder, for verifying that this is working okay. Yeah, one Jan 70. Sometimes it just gets funky. That just happens. We'll be uploading this also to YouTube after the fact. So if you want to watch through YouTube, you're more than welcome to later.
All right. So it's taking a minute. Why don't you do a describe of that pod?
It's a PVC. It's a PVC.
Yeah, I know. I agree. It probably is that, but it would be good to just verify it. You don't need to do a get describe. You just do describe.
Oh,
Okay, describe pod.
Me. It's because you're watching me, man.
Yeah, I take full responsibility.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, get PVC.
Yeah.
There we go.
Cool.
Just gotta wait for that block storage to come in.
Yeah, so we could have set. We could have set persistence to false and kind of fudged our way through that, but it shouldn't take too long. Now,
yeah.
Do they do drone server and drone runners as separate things with their Helm charts? Aha.
Yes, they do.
So while that's running, why don't we look down at what it's asking for the drone runners?
And that is a good question. I don't know where to get the runners from. Install runners. Kubernetes runner. Install Kubernetes runner. Here we go. So we'll have to put this R back in, which is pretty straightforward to make sure we don't do anything too dumb. And then this deployment is all we got to do is 24, 26, and 28.
Interesting. I'm surprised that it doesn't do the runners in the Helm chart or a secondary Helm chart. Do you want to pop back to the Helm chart repo, which I think is just in that next tab, and go to templates. Weird. So if there's just a deployment, it probably is just the. Maybe because the runners don't have as much configuration, they didn't bother doing a Helm chart for them. But it just seems a little bit of a smell that you would install one via Helm and one just via straight manifests.
Container creating. Almost there. Excuse me. There we go. We're running. Okay. So get ingress. And then if I click on this, it kicked over there. Why did you go to HTTP? Did I screw that up?
Wait, is it? Click on it and see if it's
oh,
HTTP
shit.
or
No, yep. It's my bad. I missed it, the S on the on this.
Yeah, because you were originally going to do just HTTP.
Yeah. Close that. Update this application. HTTPS, HTTP. Okay, so now if I click on this one, come over here. Here we go. So I need to authorize my application. Just what I was hoping to do. Just thinking about it. I get stuck in a loop.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Just taking time. Oh, I think I might know what's happening here. When you specified the URL,
Mhm.
did you specify like an OAuth link to come back to once it's logged in?
The callback URLs. Oh, it's supposed to
Yeah.
slash call again.
Right.
Good call.
Yeah. I've done the same thing before, so that's why it immediately came to me.
Yeah. Bring this back over here. And okay, let's try this again. Authorize. Hey, there we go. Yay.
That looks better.
Yes.
Now, while you were doing that, I had a quick look, and they do have a Helm chart for the runners.
Oh, they do.
It's
Oh,
its
sweet.
own GitHub repo. So if you look at the doc for this chart, it links you to the doc for the runner chart.
Oh, and this chart.
That's not a chart. Go back to your charts repo. Go to the scroll down. Scroll down. Oh, maybe it's in like in their doc for the root of this. So go to just like the root of this repo.
Oh, the charts.
Drone / charts. Yeah.
Cube runner drone.
If you scroll down, yeah.
Did I put this in the right namespace?
You're in the drone namespace, so it would have put it there for you, even if you didn't specify it.
Oh, okay, good. All right, good. I was about to be
Yeah,
really angry with myself.
that is a good point. You should have specified the namespace.
Yeah. KFP, thank you. We're almost there. We got to get our runners working, and as soon as we get our runners working, then we're actually a hell of a lot farther than I thought we'd ever get.
So let's grab that
So-
values.yaml file and W
This
get
one
that
right here?
down as like runner-values, something like that.
Raw. God, my computer's just angry. Copy. Thank you, WGet, for catching my idiocracy. Drone runners, YAML, values, YAML. Okay.
Yep.
Full secret, no. Replica count, no. It's fine.
I don't know that you'll need to set anything other than the gRPC secret. And I bet you could just, oh, why has it got an ingress?
Yeah, I was just saying that myself. RPC secret, like we suggested. The host is drone. Yes, because it's a service named drone. Should this be HTTPS?
No, because inside the cluster, it's not using HTTPS.
Got it. Drone default namespace should be drone, right? Yeah.
This determines the default Kubernetes namespace for drone builds to be run in. So what I would actually do is do like a drone dash builds, and then I would create that namespace.
Okay.
And that way, any builds you do are actually jailed to their own namespace. Otherwise, someone might be able to access your secrets with some trickery.
Makes sense. Okay. Create and this.
We can't see what you're doing.
Yeah, no, I got to get that RPC second. Drone or drone builds. At values secret. That.
You know, I think you
pretty
could
sure
just reuse the values-secret.yaml.
Oh no, we had. I guess you're right. Actually,
I mean, it'll add some
Okay.
extra stuff in env, but I think that'll just end up with like a no-op.
yeah.
That'll just save you putting it in two places.
Each namespace pods in it form role bindings.
Ah, cool. So
we need actually.
Because we set
Yeah.
that, we need to change that to be drone-builds.
Yep. Is it builds or build? Builds.
I think it was builds.
Yep. So Helm install drone runner cube drone runner cube values drone runner's value.
Did we change anything in that in the end?
Yeah, we did a couple things.
Okay.
Yeah, we did. And then values secret, just way off what you said. So then I should be able to go like that. Then I should be
Again, you didn't
able to
specify the namespace, but you're getting away with it because you're in the right namespace.
Yep. Stern runner. And there we go. That's what we want to see.
Looks good.
So we now have runners and that. So do I have go? Here you go. Did I actually try to build something here? I think I might try to demo one.
This looks good enough. Just add it and let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
Because really, we just want anything
for-
that's going to trigger a build just to make sure
Mhm.
that the stuff's working.
So I need to, let's go to, what the hell's README? README, edit. Not that anymore.
I think the first time you add it, it should run one anyway.
It doesn't. I checked that a couple times now.
Okay.
No, there we go. Now it looks like it's working.
Nice.
It's going to get all angry because this isn't the right setup or anything, but
Right.
it's at least doing its job. Like we got the the fuck is the word? The pushes, the webhooks. We've got the webhooks working. We've got drone to actually do the work now. Obviously, we have to create some drone.yamls to actually trigger with Kubernetes correctly. These are just not going to work because I think this was designed for, I think execute. Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I mean, it should it should get to at least attempting to run a step before it fails. Even if one of the steps fails, right? So it says it's pending.
Yeah, see, it's stuck in pending state.
Yeah, but we don't know like what what exactly it means by pending. I don't see anything popping up in the drone builds namespace.
KFP, drone is a CI/CD tool, right? Is it getting popular and why? Great question. The short of it is, the amount of work that at least I do on Kubernetes and inside of containers, I needed to find a way to really just force myself to do more containerization. And drone has been around for a long time, but I've never been able to get it to work. So I sat down, and over the Christmas break, I got it working, or winter break, I should say, I got it working on some machines internally, but I never quite got it working on Kubernetes. And this is kind of my final like hurrah, trying to get it to work with some of my public repos to be able to make happen. If you have a Kubernetes cluster out on the actual internet, as we can see through this stream, getting it up and running is really easy. And then it can pull all that information down directly from GitHub. So you can, instead of using Travis or GitHub Actions, you can actually control using drone to do it. And then the one thing that I really do like about drone is that the drone.yamls, if you dig through actually the language and the way it's done, it's really stripped down and does exactly what you want, which makes life a lot easier if you're trying to just get simple like linting done or whatever. I created some drone. Give me 2 seconds here. And I'll put this in the chat also so you can see it.
All right, here is, I'm just going to shoot you a link while you're doing that.
Yep. So here's some example drone.yamls that I've created and or used in some of my other stuff. God, I need to restart my machine. This is getting really bad. Which kind of shows the simplicity of it, which is really nice. There you go. Yes, this looks very familiar. And is this the one that actually is workspace go? Is that the Kubernetes one?
What do you mean, is it the Kubernetes one?
So the Kubernetes, like to actually run on a Kubernetes runner, there's a little bit more involved, as you can see here. It's not, you can't just drop a typical drone.yaml into it. There's some things you got to do to it.
Are you sure about that?
Mm-hmm.
Because when I've used it, I don't think I've had to do anything special in the drone.yaml. I mean, that's the whole point of the drone.yaml.
Yeah.
Like you,
okay.
you should be able to like fork this and then add it.
I just got a cell phone call from Halliburton.
Right.
It's kind of weird, man. So KFP, your question about Ansible. So one of my goals was to have a drone .yaml to always be part of my playbooks. So when I push them out to the public world, they automatically get linted with some good standard practices. So I don't have to think about it. So the goal is when I release a new playbook to do something, drone will automatically lint it for me and tell me that I've not done something. And if someone puts a PR against my playbook that I've created, it also links against that too. So, you know, everyone's standardized. You can use Ansible and drone sort of together, but the example that we're doing here right now, Ansible is a downstream use case. Drone with Go. Activate. All right. Activate repository. Drone.yaml. And then we'll come over here into the README. And then I will, what? No. README. And I will say bump. It changes. There's the kickoff. Still pending.
You can just stern the whole thing.
I'm just looking to see what they were doing here, see if that actually was anything.
Yeah, so you just looked at the server container runner instead of the runner container runner.
Yeah, it's weird that that's there. Yeah, it's still not happy.
Yeah, but it doesn't have any, like it doesn't give any reasons for it to not be working. Like it's not giving any like kube permission errors or anything in the logs, so it's difficult to know what's going on.
Okay, well, it's fine.
And I think we're probably 90% of the way there. It's just that there's probably some more docs we need to read on maybe getting the right, you know, if it could be privileged mode or it could be something along those lines.
Yep, and it's something I can work on and maybe we can pick up again next week.
Yeah, yeah, that works.
So yeah, I got my my next thing I gotta go do.
All right, so we'll just call this short and sweet. And
yeah, I mean, honestly, we got the shit to work, right?
Yep.
Like, I mean, granted, it didn't kick off, but we actually have a working instance of drone now that just we need to work on figuring out how to get it to runners, and we're there.
Yep.
So I dare say, CZ, we have successfully been successful.
Yeah, I'm happy to call it a win. Cool.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for sticking around. And then we'll put this up on YouTube too. And this is a great way to start the year.
Sweet. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.